Your commissioner, he works from the toilet. He works from his bedroom. He works in front of his wife. And he puts it all together in his office. It's the leak!
Hello, everyone. Back from a unsuspected bye week. Everybody's doing great. Liz is doing great. Baby's now doing great. We're hoping that she will be able to come home here in a week or so. I want to thank everybody for the thoughts and prayers and well wishes. Thank you very much. It's been a whirlwind of a last week, and really sad actually, because I was starting to put together a video last week in the hospital. Did a Highpoint interview with Liz, so to give Liz credit, back in week 8 she was Highpoint. We did do an interview, but given the circumstances and everything going on, it's just not right to work on a video when there's bigger issues at hand. But I can gladly report, thanks to all the prayers and well wishes, that baby Ainsley is doing just absolutely awesome. And like I said, hoping to get her home here in a week or so and start that journey together as a family. So I'm taking a little bit of time away to come home, rest up, do this video, and then head back over to the hospital. But jumping right into it, last week Liz was the Highpoint, so I do want to give her props for that. But let's just fast forward. We took a week off, bye week. A lot of stuff happened in week 9. And what's crazy is, while I was in the hospital, trying to pass time, I came up with, I didn't come up with it, but I found a new app with emojis that Jordan turned me on to, my friend Jordan, and I made my own emoji. So let's check it out. That there is my personal emoji that I made. So I'll start sending out weekly text messages using my own personal emoji. I tried to dress the part today, act the part, and have some fun with it. But yeah, that's what I did to pass my time, is I played around with my phone and some new apps while everything was going on. So we're in week 9. This is the week 9 recap. I'm losing track of time. I'm going on a few hours of sleep, so I'm going to do my best to get through this. Week 9 recap. A lot of stuff happened. I played Sean, and I lost again, and I only scored 86 points. My team's pretty much a dumpster fire right now, and to say the least here, I'm going to show you a picture of what. There's my team, a giant dumpster fire. Yet again, last week, I wasn't trying to not say that I was low point, but I am officially low point 2 weekends in a row. So let's hit the music. And let's play it again. 2 weeks in a row, horse's ass, low point of the week goes to myself, the mustache. My team is nowhere to be found anymore. I don't even know if I'm going to make it through the rest of the season, and now I'm actually a little bit nervous that I might actually have to put the low point or the license plate cover on my van. I mean, my van's bad enough the way it is, but to have a fantasy loser license plate cover on it, people are just going to laugh at me, and they already do in that van, so it's going to be nothing new. We were driving home the other day, and we saw a van just like mine, and we thought, let's drive by it and see who's in the front seat. Sure enough, it was another guy, probably about half my age, driving his mom's van, so it made me feel really good about myself. But this week, I was the low point yet again. I lost to Sean 167 to 86. He basically doubled my points. Congratulations, Sean. As a matter of fact, I was game planning on doing an interview with you Monday night, and come to find out, in the last 13 seconds, Dallas recovers a fumble, returns it for a touchdown, and now I have to interview Mac for Highpoint. So, Sean, I'm sorry. I really want to talk to you. I had some really good questions for you and Tanya and the move. Hope everything's going well. But congratulations beating me this week. And next matchup, we have Nick and Mount Minchuvius. He's going on a tear right now. He started off terribly. He's pushing his way back. He knocked off Ashley and couples therapy 111 to 110. Nick was a little bit nervous going up against Ashley's kicker in the Monday night game. Actually texted me earlier and said, why does this always happen to you? Well, Nick, it happens to you, but you made it through. You probably had a couple bottles of wine, as Bryce said, but you got the win, and you're gradually moving up in the rankings. So congratulations, Nick, for that big win. Next matchup, we have Mac and Devontae's Inferno going up against Bryce and the Chubby Chasers, taking down first place. Devontae's Inferno and Mac, thanks to the fumble recovery for a touchdown, put up 175-42, and he will be joining me today for the Highpoint interview. As much as I don't look forward to it, I'm going to have to do it. Got to keep to my word and interview the Highpoint. This will be a second Highpoint. Keep in mind, Liz, who we missed last week in her Highpoint interview, that would have been her second. So, Mac, you weren't the first to get 2 Highpoints. So, don't think you're anything special. But Bryce, big loss for you, man. You're still in the playoffs if they were today, but that's still a couple big losses in a row for you. Next up, we have Cody, and Pat's mustache is fake. I still don't think it's fake. I wear it every day. I comb it every day. Matter of fact, I look at it every day. Going up against Liz, my wife, and Show Me Your TDs. Liz wins again. She's crawling her way back into the playoff race. Actually, 1 game out. And if she does get that 1 game up on somebody, she already has the highest points in the league. So that'll bust her into the playoffs if there was or happened to be a tie. Last matchup, we have Colton Team Powder Puff. Never got to really focus on his name change too much, but he finally got a win after a few weeks of just not being able to find a roster. Went up against Tanya and just joshing and won 142-120. Tanya's reeling, Bryce is reeling, I'm reeling. Basically, all the top spots are reeling, and Mac and Sean have busted their way to the top. Matter of fact, Sean's in first, Mac's in second right now, and the only thing separating them is .08 points. That's basically 1 yard if you're talking running back points. So rounding out the top 4 is in third, Bryce the Chubby Chasers and Tanya and Just Joshin. The Mustache is in 5th place at a 5-4 record. And then now we jump into all the teams that I thought were out of it a few weeks ago. Liz and Show Me Your TDs at 4-5. Couples Therapy at 4-5. Mount Minshuvius and Nick at 4-5. Team Powder Puff at 3-6, and Cody rounding out the bottom in last place at a 3-6 record. So if we're looking at that, if the season were to end today, Cody would be in last place. Colton, same record, he still has more points. So Cody, big time for you to catch up and put some points on the board. But now let's jump right into what I'm dreading the most, the Highpoint interview with Mac and Devontae's Inferno.
And joining me this week on the BNC Refuse Hotline in studio, it's Mac with Devontae's Inferno. Mac, how are you doing today? This is your second Highpoint victory.
I'm doing good, and it feels great to be back here again with you.
Yeah, well, I'm quite astonished that you're here sitting with me today as Highpoint. Up until about 13 seconds left in the Monday Night Football game, I was game planning to do an interview with Sean, and what would Deshaun do? What did you think about that fumble recovery for a touchdown in the final seconds?
I was ecstatic. I mean, I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought for some reason there was a flag on the play, and it was going to get called back. But next thing I know, they're kicking a field goal, and I had to let Sean know that he sucks and I win.
Yeah, well, I was really hoping to interview Sean. I was quite devastated. I actually threw up a little bit in my mouth after that. But, you know, this is Highpoint number 2. As we look at the standings here, it looks like you're still in second place to Sean by .08 points. That's quite the difference right there. That's the difference of one catch.
One catch by Amari in that game would have given me the number 1 position, but also you could have said one more. I mean, even if that, you could have had one less yard, one less carry and run for Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, well, I haven't talked to Sean in forever, so I was really hoping to interview him. But I guess I'm happy to interview you as well. You know, we were coming off of a bye week, you know, from our show last week due to being in the hospital.
So you said you wanted to give Liz a shout out due to our bye week because she was Highpoint last week.
Yes, I got to give her credit. She was Highpoint last week, and the only reason I know that because if I'm not mistaken, she played me last week and beat me down. So that's I deserve to give her some credit because that was her second Highpoint then, and she's been putting up numbers like none other in this league. I mean, she's crushing everybody with points by almost 200 points. So
yeah, I mean that may be a hidden video that we'll broadcast at the end of the season, and just didn't feel like doing it last week because of everything going on. But I guess, the second Highpoint, that's a pretty good deal. You're now in the running with Sean behind Bryce and the Chubby Chasers and Tanya and Just Joshin. So, what do you have to say coming into the final 6 weeks of the season?
team's got to keep picking it up. Going to start looking to make a trade, Cody. So let's get on this and let's talk
Wait
a
a
little
second.
more
Is that is that collusion going on between you and Cody? Are you trying to flirt with him about getting some players? What's going on with that?
This is all ABC News, isn't it? I mean, there's nothing like that.
Yeah, no fake news here. But hey, you gotta let us all know if there's a trade going on, Cody. No horsing around. I mean, I'm sure you don't want that license plate cover anyway. But anyway, I appreciate you joining me, Mac, on High Point Week for you. I look forward to not interviewing you ever again. It's kind of ridiculous, but you get what you do, and this is what's due is a High Point interview. So thanks for joining us today, and I look forward to not talking to you again.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. If I have to interview him again, I swear I'm stopping this show. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the Week 10 preview and try and wash this dirty taste of a Mac interview out of our mouth. It's the Week 10 preview brought to us by SportsEyeTest.com. Well, everyone, we got another great week. We're in Week 10. That means there is only 5 weeks remaining in the regular season. So we're going to kick it off right now with the matchups for Week 10, starting off with myself, the mustache, at 5-4, going up against a comeback king of himself, Nick, and Mount Manchurius. I truly don't even want to think about playing Nick right now because Nick's on a tear, and when he did his High Point interview, he said he was coming back and bringing the lower teams with him, and ever since then, Nostradamus has called it himself. So not looking forward to this matchup. Even though I have the edge, my team has totally hit the skids lately. So going to be a tough matchup for me to try and climb back into the playoff contention. Next matchup, we have Mac and Devontae's Inferno, now in second at 6-3, going up against Ashley in Couples Therapy. Someone needs to put a sock in Mac's mouth. Ashley, I'm counting on you this week to do that. Please do that. Mac, I just don't want to see you at High Point ever again. Next matchup, we have Cody and Pat's stash is fake, still not fake. In last place, you are, Cody, going up against Bryce in the Chubby Chasers, who has now dropped to third place. Cody with the big projection. Bryce has a lot of players that appear to be on bye. Is this just what Cody needs to get himself out of 10th place? We will see. But Cody, my stash is not fake. Next matchup, we have Colt and Team Powder Puff in 9th, going up against my wife, Liz, and Show Me Your TDs. Colt got his first win in a few weeks last week, now going up against my wife, who has been absolutely on a tear this season with a little bit of bad luck. The projections show that this game's going to be pretty close, but I don't know. I think I'm going to have to give the edge to my wife here, there, Colt. Either way, tough matchup for both of you. And last but not least, our matchup of the week. Yes, it's a mother and father duel. It's a husband and wife duel. It's Tanya and Just Joshin versus Sean and What Would Deshaun Do? I truly think Sean's pretty upset over last Monday night. I think he was really looking forward to doing the High Point interview. Neither Tanya nor Sean has been able to do a High Point interview this year. So is this week going to be the matchup? Sean's projections are high, and so are Tanya's,
who's going to be sleeping on the couch this week. And, well, probably Sean's going to be sleeping on the couch this week. But I hope they're all settled into their new home. I can't wait to hang out with you guys here shortly, as soon as we can. But, hey, in this matchup, like I said, Sean has the edge, 132 to 124. He got Sprees going, Evans going, Julio Jones, Ezekiel Elliott. I go down the list, and I don't know how he got the team that he has. But the kicker is Tanya has Christian McCaffrey, the hot Christian McCaffrey. It's going to be an exciting matchup, and that's why it's the matchup of the week. Thanks for following, and I look forward to speaking to you guys all next week.